In northern Tanzania, tall mountains make a magnificent valley look beautiful. Its walls were formed centuries ago when the Earth's surface shifted. Its slopes were made fertile by ancient volcanoes, and they provide many kinds of habitats for many animals. And this is its main attraction, which remains filled with water even during drought. This is Lake Manyara National Park. The land of East Africa was formed by a geological phenomenon, and there is no other place like it in the world. 30 million years ago, molten rock rose from beneath the Earth's crust. Because of this, the planet's surface began to shift. Continental Africa split into several parts. Over many centuries, tectonic plates pulled apart along fault zones. Cracks formed in the rocks and the land split into two parts, creating high mountains and deep valleys that stretch for almost 6,000 kilometers. This is called the Great Rift Valley. Volcanoes along the edges of the fold zones once released molten lava onto the surface of the rift, and this rift is still active today. Wherever volcanoes erupt, only the most specialized species can survive in their harsh environment. But where eruptions stopped long ago, the ash that once covered the land has now become some of the most fertile soil on the continent. That is why the slopes of Lake Manyara National Park are extremely fertile. Water collects in the Rift Mountains and then flows down into the valley. As it flows downward, it supports different habitats, from forests to woodland savanna, from grasslands to marshlands. Finally, it reaches a large lake at the bottom of the valley. This lake is a paradise for many species that depend on it during long periods without rain. In this valley, life also exists far from the lake. Praise morning in Lake Manyara National Park. A troop of olive baboons has gathered at the valley floor before starting their daily journey. They spend the night protected by high cliffs, and during the day they descend into the valley to reach the rich grasslands. There are 60 members in this troop, and their number is increasing. The pink face of this baby shows that she is not even 4 months old. She is already showing the strength and coordination needed to climb trees. For her and her older cousins, life is simple. While they play, their seniors are busy with their favorite activity, grooming. it is time to begin the journey. For at least 6 weeks, babies cling tightly to their mother's belly. By 12 weeks, they begin sitting in a jockey-style position to save energy for playing. Why not drink a little water along the way? The water on the valley floor flows down from mountains 600 meters high. Now that the drought is at its peak, this water is very important for life in the park. Without it, many animals would not survive. In some places, it flows as streams. In others, it sinks underground and becomes groundwater, which deep-rooted trees use. Eventually, it reaches Lake Manyara. The water flowing from the mountains first reaches the valley floor and makes the vegetation thick and green. For this blue monkey, the forest is a permanent home. When he grows older, he will challenge other males to control a group of females. For now, he lives alone, moving between the territories of other blue monkeys. Manyara's thick vegetation is very important for him and animals like him. Blue monkeys cannot tolerate the tropical sun for long. He's lucky that in this forest there is no shortage of shade or food. Almost 2/3 of his food comes from just 10 plant species, and he does not have to travel far in this dense forest to find them. Baboons are different. They have a very varied diet. As they travel through Manyara's different habitats, they eat all kinds of edible plants. And now they have found one of their favorite foods. The sausage tree has very large fruits. Even a male with 5-centimeter long canine teeth can barely fit the fruit in his mouth. These razor-sharp teeth play an important role in fights for dominance and in defending themselves from predators, just like the strength of their troop. Their group moves forward together, led by strong adult males. They stay close together to protect their young. Unlike most African primates, this means they can travel far into open areas instead of staying only in trees. But baboons must always stay alert. There are leopards nearby. This large male's territory lies between the forest and the savanna. He spends almost his entire life alone, but parts of his territory include many females. From his high vantage point, he signals his presence to possible mates and rivals. For him, this tree is a place to rest, watch, and show his presence. For many other animals in the park, the importance of trees growing in fertile soil is simple: food. Hornbills love figs. This male and female pair wander in the treetops searching for food. The hornbill cannot chew the fig, so it must position it correctly to swallow it whole. But that is not easy. There is more than just figs to eat here. Like many other birds, hornbills also eat insects. And in Lake Manyara National Park, there is no shortage of insects.